when I think of like my why in doing this work at Overfell, I sort of have these micro goals and macro goals. And the micro goal is I want to see individuals change the trajectory of their lives or their families' lives by empowering them with education that allows them to make choices about how they want to live their future with full access to whatever opportunities exist. And that works individual student by individual student. But on a macro level, as we're empowering hundreds of students each year to graduate and go out into the world empowered, not to change who they are and assimilate into the world the way it is, but to bring their inner strengths and their inner drive and their own experiences and their culture from their families, empowered to bring that, empowered by education to bring that out into the workforce, out into our democratic systems where they're helping to make decisions that aren't being made in an equitable way right now. Quite honestly, their absence of voice in positions of power in Silicon Valley, their absence of voice in their absence of unassimilated voices in political structures in the voting process has led to us being a country that's completely inequitable and getting more and more inequitable year by year. On a macro level, if we're empowering hundreds of students to go out into the world prepared to fight the battle of making our society more fair and more equitable, fighting for their peers and their classmates as they leave here, understanding how to do that, being engaged and full participants. On a macro level, that's how we have to make the changes our society needs and that our democracy demands. A democracy with limited participation is not really a democracy. So to have a true democracy, students have to be empowered in schools where we are valuing student voice and amplifying student voice and not just accepting but honoring their own experiences, who they are and the strengths they bring, and then allowing them to activate that here will give them experience and practice when they get to the next level. We do often hear like we're not preparing these students for the real world, and I don't think it's our job to prepare them for the world the way it exists, but to prepare them for the world the way we want it and need it to be for them to thrive.